What's up, everyone? It's time for some Madden football. As the moves have happened, we made the trade. Jimmy G is gone. I was able to get something good. So we got ourselves a corner in this trade. I got rid of Jimmy G and I got rid of Reuben Foster and I got rid of J.Norman. So we do. Hold on one second. So we got a first round pick from the Eagles. They wanted Jimmy G. I guess they don't care for Colin Kaepernick. So we got their pick, and their pick right now is ranked as to be pick 28. So whatever, we'll take it. And also we got their corner Dixon. We also gave I think I gave a 4th round pick of next year to get that too. So we got their first in the corner. And I traded also Reuben Foster too. Reuben Foster, Jimmy G, and I think it was a 4th round pick. We can go into transactions and we can see exactly. You want to see trades? So I did trade. Oh, okay, I traded him to the Browns. J.Norman to the Browns. Okay, here's the Eagle trade. So I traded Reuben Foster, Jimmy G, and a 5th round pick for next season. And I got their 1st round pick, pick 28, and I got Maddox, who's their number 1 corner right now. So that looks good. So we got us a 1st round pick. It's no more Jimmy G. It's T.Lance's show. So let's just hope we can keep this winning streak. Well, just win alive, and we're going against the Colts, and let's hope we can get a W. So let's get this strategy game plan set up. So our defense, what do we need to work out on? How are they doing running? They're 3rd in touchdowns. Defense outside, they're not bad. Defense deep. They look like they're doing good in the short. I don't get this. You put contain quarterback, and it's supposed to show the starting quarterback, but I've noticed it's showing the backup quarterback. So that's something they need to fix on this franchise. Because I know he likes to run. I'm gonna go for the deep. I'll stay with the deep. Last time our DNs got injured, so we're gonna split time. Starters, we're gonna have full practice. Split on strong safety. Okay, on offense, what are they weak at? What are we gonna gain? So, inside, outside, they're not ranked the greatest on run defense. That's good for us. Ooh. So I'm gonna stay with the run outside because we can do this. And oop, did my controller die? Oh, it did. Hold on, give me a second. Need to grab a charging cable. Okay, here we go. There we go. Yep, let's get this practice going and let's hope no one gets injured. Game plan. We're gonna get 350-yard passing. Maybe rushing. I would say 200 plus rushing. Because we're gonna have a run game going and our passing game going. We are going to get 15 first downs. That's like the easiest one to get, so I would like to choose that one a lot. I think we can maybe throw. No, we'll say rush because want that rush going. And quarterback sacks 3 times, baby. You got this. Let's start this. We got any injuries? Everyone's looking good. Defense. Looking good. No injuries. There we go. What's this game? Colts. Look, we're in second place, so we're still alive. We got some upgrades. It's game time. Oh yeah, it's Sunday Night Football. I forgot about that. Okay, let's get the black jerseys going. We haven't worn the black jerseys. Let's do this.
Coming up, we'll see 2 QBs out of North Dakota State with Carson Wentz in town to take on the rookie, T.Lance. Indies won the last 4 against the 49ers, but can they make it?
Yeah, I just forgot about that. These are the both star quarterbacks for the college, the same college. Who's better, Trey or friggin' which college?
Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
This is gonna be a good matchup.
The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week, thanks to the early season.
And Lance.
And usually
going one-on-one.
comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Cleveland Browns won.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback.
Carolina won. I think they're 3-3 now.
Colts offense ready to go here for the first time. And the former Philadelphia
having
Eagles,
a mediocre season.
Colt Carson Wentz
9 TDs, 6
interceptions. The
interceptions.
controls in his first year in Indianapolis.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Oh, got a sack right away. Oh, no, tail down. There we go. Good D. The Niner fans are excited. They're pumped. They want another W.
As this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
Oh, I missed him.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
So far, so good.
Look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready
See if we
to
can get a
play.
blitz up.
That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys
Oh, I gotta call timeout. I do not have the right defense for that. Oh, I do have a replacement linebacker I did sign off the practice squad from, I believe it was, I forgot what team, but I signed a practice squad quarterback, I mean linebacker, since I got rid of Foster.
Here's Wentz to throw.
Nice one. Punch that ball.
So the
nice.
Able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's time for T.Lance.
This
is his first start
How did we do on
coming this
down?
season.
That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. We get our first look now at T.Lance, ready to quarterback this San Francisco offense. And Lance, the number 3 pick in the 2021 draft.
Knows he's the man now.
And coming off of an early
There's no
season
waiting.
open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Oh, nice blocking. There we go. 13-yard rush, first play. Mitchell's looking like a beast now. Look at Green Bay won again. I think they're undefeated, 6-0, 7-0.
Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far,
okay, we're going to go deep. It's time for T.Lance, see if he can do it. You got to watch Buckner.
It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ooh, that was way off, but he was wide open. Ayuk was open.
You know, this club, there were some reports earlier.
If that was Jimmy G, he would have been kind of honest. I'll say that, but it's all good. It's all good.
It's not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources.
Oh, they're watching me.
They know that that's not possible.
Did I gain anything?
So
2 yards.
go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall.
We gotta watch this blitz.
I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Oh, nice one by Kittle. Nice grab. First down, 49ers.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice catch by Kittle.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends.
Look at Buckner was near there. He almost got the sack. Look at, I think it was a safety. He came in for the interception, but timed it wrong.
Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore.
First down, baby.
Down inside the 15. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun.
First down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and
come on, get the touchdown. Did he get it? He touched the pylon. That should be a touchdown.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Mitchell.
Did he get it?
A mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there.
We're going to give it to Lance to push it in.
It was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just
and he's right on Buckner. It's going to be tough. If he gets it, touchdown, T.Lance. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Good start. This is what we wanted.
Where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that.
Look at Buckner gave him the knees to the head, to the shoulder.
Really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement. That
there you go, baby. 7-0 Niners.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Just got to play good D. And hate T.Lance doesn't do his magic, and he's been doing good.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Eagles won. I didn't see who the quarterback was. Was it Jimmy G?
The drive will start at the 25-yard line.
I don't know if he's considered a 3rd string, 2nd string, or even a starter. Or did Kaepernick get injured? What's the rating of Kaepernick? Oh yeah, Kaepernick is rated like 80-something in this game. But he'll drop down the next season.
What team is going to show up every week? I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Yeah, this will be a game.
There's Madison getting his 1st tackle as a Niner.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on 2nd down.
He's going to run. There we go. We got the sack by the practice squad linebacker side. I forgot what team I got him from, but I got him because he has speed. He's quick. And look at, he caught up. He got the sack in his 1st game as a Niner. I'm liking this. Looking good.
Now after the sack,
gotta look for the deep.
They're left looking at the 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Did he get it? Nope. He got him. I think he stopped him.
He needed to get to the 30.
Yes, punt that ball. Punt that ball.
To the 34. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short,
gonna have punt safe.
That the defense almost relaxed and said, "We got this
in case they go fake."
Space to run after the catch, and now they're screaming, "Somebody get him down!" Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their
offense
second
looking
drive.
good so far. Defense looking really great.
Which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week. So this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it
Yeah,
does
he got through,
for
but
everyone. Obviously,
they
your
got
body
him.
get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn on the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
From the 27, Lance.
Oh, Sanu. Got it. First down. Nice one.
17 yards on the catch and run.
Broke that tackle.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if
See
you're
if we
going
can
to
get a
give
deep
up 10,
pass
12, 15 yards
or
after the
Ayuk.
catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now play fake. Lance.
Throw it away. They got me.
He's taken down.
They had a quarterback spy on me. I saw he was following me, so they know I can run. They're ready for
They
it.
gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the
I think
offensive
Kittles might be
perspective,
open.
took a nice step forward.
Oh, what the hell? The time ran out. Come on.
After that play.
He would have been open
Coming up here
for a big
to try and
game.
gain that yardage back.
Good first quarter. Defense playing great. Offense not bad so far.
As they've got it facing a second and long situation.
What we needed. They're doing the same play, so I might get Kittles here.
To throw, it's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall.
The linebacker came in, so I couldn't go for Kittles.
First down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Gotta watch out for Buckner. Came in twice, getting hits.
On play
Coming with the blitz. Coming with the blitz. Oh, what did I do that for? Oh, that was stupid of me. That was me. Oh, my God. Why did I throw that? Ayuk would have been so much open, but for some reason I thought I would be able to get it to Debo, and then when I saw it was too late. I already pressed the button. And we gave the Colts good field position now to score something.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10.
Nice one. Nice D. Nice D.
Back to the 34-yard line.
Maybe our D is going to keep us in. Ooh, look at the Cards. They got a big victory, but whoever that was, who the quarterback was, I just saw 2 TDs and 4 interceptions. Whew, that was a bad game. Right now, our D is playing good, and I'm happy. Good D will keep us in games.
Here's 2nd and 12.
Run.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Yes, our D's did good again. They are not getting no passing going.
Was that a receiver?
But we got him in field goal range, so that sucks. Let's hope they can miss it.
He's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good.
We got it. We got a 3-7 game, but we're still winning.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to
Off our mistake turnover.
And stayed in bounds.
But our defense is playing good. Corners are covering good. Maybe it's just Wentz. Wentz don't got the skills.
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due.
But I believe Wentz, they gave him a bad rating on Madden. I think he's like a 70 or 70. Oh, I think it's 72 or something. Like, I don't think he's that bad, but come on, Trey. Do this.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass.
Might be able to go to Debo. They're looking like they're going to blitz again.
He may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Nice one.
He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
We'll take it. We'll take it. They did come out with the same blitz. The middle linebacker's coming down with Buckner. That's making it tough, but our guys blocked it well.
Lance
The
looking
blitzing.
to throw on 3rd and 2.
There you go. Ayuk with the first down. Nice catch. Nice
Gets
catch.
the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They got to go in this one.
At the line of scrimmage and taken down. Darius Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the
Oh,
football.
Debo with the nice catch. First down, baby. That was a beautiful pass by T.Lance. That was nice. I set that up, and that was a nice throw. And Debo said, I don't think so.
He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
That was a nice one. So now we're in scoring position. Maybe score another touchdown. Ah, come on. Sometimes I don't know how that's an offensive. You see the defensive line go pass, and then he jumps up and he points. You don't see the offensive line move. I mean, you got to show it to make me believe that it's a false start.
The false start puts him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Lance.
Oh, that was just good coverage. I was trying to look for something, but it wasn't going to happen. Like, they covered well. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I think that took us out of field goal range, too.
All right, guys. I got to go. Quick show today. Thanks for watching. Be back tomorrow with the Cone Phone in the afternoon. Special Sunday afternoon bi-week Cone Phone. Dipping our toes back into it.
Oh, they're staring at a camera basically from the other side.
Tomorrow.
Second in a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Lance.
Oh, Kittles drops a pass he should have had. See if we can try to get in field goal range.
This drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw.
Man, dang, that drive started off good and then we just went down. Did it freeze again? What the hell? I just saw it. Hold on. I'm going to try to fix this. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. I guess I'm gonna have to switch to my old capture card to do this because this is happening too often. So let's just finish this, and next time I stream, I'll be on my other capture card. It's getting frustrating having the same problem over and over. Okay, we have to punt this ball because we cannot Cannot get in
defense in a
field goal
big way
range.
and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away.
Ooh, nice hit.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Oh, God.
He dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
Oh, wide
Obviously
open.
one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Wentz had a wide
Indianapolis
open,
moving the
wide
chains there on a gain of 12. And it's incomplete. He was waving his arms on the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Wentz now on 1st down.
Ooh, that was
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, it's Wentz.
sacked by Bosa. Was that
They
Bosa?
bring down Wentz on the
Did he get
sack.
his
Now the Colts going to burn the second
season?
of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little
Out of
over
field goal
50
range.
seconds to go in the first half. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long.
Oh, they're going, run it. I know.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
RD has been playing really great.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Can he get the juke move?
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near
get ourselves
perfection as
out
it
of this
checked up inside the
little position,
5-yard
'cause
line.
if he
You
gets
never know
sacked,
where these
this is
things are
gonna
going
be
to
a
go, do
safety.
you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
Yeah,
right?
he said the football is roughly a
do
prolate
have one
spheroid, which
timeout
means
left.
it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Come on, bring that blitz, because I got kiddos right there.
On 1st down,
Yes,
Lance.
thank you.
This
Oh,
one
yes,
caught
oh,
by
yes.
Kittle. And he's able to get this
Whole
one all the way
timeout,
past the 30.
nice throw.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and
Grabs up
final
Ernst in the middle.
timeout. As the clock will stop with 37
hit
seconds to play in
another
this
play,
first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31
maybe we
now on
can
1st and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right.
What the hell?
You saw that one coming. It's intercepted.
Oh, my
thrown back
God.
across his body.
Lance
Xavier Rhodes with
threw
it
that.
back.
Oh,
And he will have a first
dang.
down here as they get into
my
field
God.
goal range, down just shy
We
of the
just
20.
gave the
A
Colts
young quarterback,
3
Charles,
points
rolling to
off
his
that
right. I
play.
know he's right-handed, but
I was
is that
looking
one
at
that
the-
maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career
That's
or
what
even in
happens
their
when you
college
got
days
rookie
when they were used to
QB,
being
you're gonna see
dominant.
them
In
mistakes.
this case,
Now we got to try to
the
not let
NFL
him get a
veteran
touchdown.
defense ended up winning the battle.
They have time, and they got a timeout too.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from
touchdown. And that's caught at the 2. Paris Campbell as the first half is winding
so
down.
Disappointing.
And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's
we're only down by 3.
10-7.
We made some boo-boos.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
That is disappointing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Off of play action, here's Lance. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
He overthrows it and almost got it.
Incomplete.
That would have been 3 picks going
there
down.
Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we come to
halftime
here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Not playing great,
we'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Nick Chubb, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Sam Darnold leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the NFC. Saints and Seahawks live from Lumen Field in Seattle.
You got to stay in the hunt. Seahawks
on now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
I think we're going to stay in deep because we've been shutting them down.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It helped them when they put the ball back in the air.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Lance.
Ooh, that was all
bad. And it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this
There
game.
you go,
Both
kiddo.
of these defense
I
coordinators,
knew how to throw
they're
it.
stepping
I knew
up
Kittle
with
would
their
have
offensive counterparts.
Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco.
So you got to work on Lance's accuracy, short accuracy, because he can be off.
Lance now on first down.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. DeForest
Sack on his
Buckner
corner.
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It was a little bit of a surprise when DeForest Buckner was traded from the San Francisco 49ers to the Indianapolis Colts prior to the 2020 season, but it sure paid off for Indy. Named All-Pro for the first time with 9.5 sacks.
Give me the block. Give me the block.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
There you go, kiddo.
The tight end Kittle has
First
it on the
down.
left side. And he's able to get this to the
One thing
40-yard
Kittle is
line
very
before he's
dependable
out of
right now.
bounds.
You give
The
him the ball,
Niners
he
passing
does it.
game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Motion to move. Should be open.
From the 38, Lance.
Nice
That one
one.
caught by
Dwelling
Ross
with the
Dwelling.
nice catch.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Lance goes. Slides. First down, baby.
To a stop. He does have the first down. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first
they
and
took
goal.
that touchdown.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking.
Touchdown.
Across the chalk, into the end zone. It's
There you go, baby. And the Niners take the lead.
Frank Gore, his first touchdown of the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10.
First interception got him in field goal range. Second interception
That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run.
Solid. We got this.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return.
Nice.
And he will be brought out here inside the 20.
This is
Good
the,
coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The practice squad free agent signed in the
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide on, and try and chip someone at the second level.
I went right in and I missed him, and I was the last man, so
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball, let me carry this thing home.
I can stop him.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Nice.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
Really?
This one in for a Colts touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown number 2
Looks like
in the
the
game,
Rams
and
won
now
their second
11
game.
on the
They're
year.
2-6,
And the Colts are once again going to retake the
I guess are the team
lead.
to beat.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 17-14.
Come on, Niners. Kaepernick. Okay, Kaepernick was the starter. So I guess Jimmy G is number 2 for Philadelphia. People that have just came in, yes, Colin Kaepernick has been, not Colin Kaepernick, Jimmy G has been traded
so
to
after the
Eagles
touchdown, here's
with
Blankenship kicking
Foster,
off.
and we got ourselves a 1st-round pick.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
It's a high 1st-round pick.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
3 1st-round picks, so they had one to give.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara.
We haven't got
It's been a very hotly
game
contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ooh, he caught it.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run.
And Buckner gets escape, and down he goes.
Tried to take
DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Did he?
And his kick
is got it, 62-yard field goal.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season. And
I think he would have tied the field goal record. Was now at 66.
You can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long.
We got ourselves a tie game. That's going to be our kicker. Goal, you're gone. I mean, that's some leg power right there.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We need to play good. We can get this
Here
ball
comes
back
the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Now they breaks the tackle. Now Alley. 180 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. On 1st down, Wentz. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. 7 yards the pick up there.
We need
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Taylor. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
We're might have to start playing
5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the
call
5 at the
timeout.
6. And
So if we
now,
stop him here,
defensively, they're
we'll
gonna
have
burn
2
their
minutes
first timeout.
to try to win this
Remember,
game.
they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz.
Oh, come on. You guys need to friggin'
Zach Pascal, his second
Man, what the
touchdown
hell?
of the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense
Look
will
at
not
how
very
far
subtly
off he
remind
was.
everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Yeah, Chief, we can force.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Lance and the Niners down 24-17. 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down.
Oh, did he get it?
Start to the drive. Here's
I think
that's
that was
caught
2
out on the
feet.
left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Yes, it was. Good job. Good job, Ayuk.
So it's 49er football here
Yeah,
as we
in the
get you
52,
reset.
That's good. That's
They
good.
come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's going to swing this one
Man,
out
that
to
was a
his running
horrible
back.
swing.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
Give me the block. Give me the block. First down, baby.
Work
First
this
down.
down to the
Nice
40-yard
one.
line, tackled there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting
Post.
after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Give me the
Flushed
block.
out
Give me the
right.
block. Give me the block.
Oh, no. He
No.
lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
How the hell did you fumble?
And this
my
defense
God,
has
really?
broken it open.
His
as
knees
they
were
return
down.
to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Man.
Rodrigo
It was a tough
Blankenship
loss.
on for the
He started off
PAT.
so good, too.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Frustrated.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can
Yeah,
land the
you can
kickoff
score.
inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position
just
for your
disappointing.
defense.
And he'll just take a seat on the drive
thought
and
we were
begin at the
gonna win this one.
25-yard line. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get out of bounds, so that stops the clock. Is on one play. They're up close to midfield.
Still over.
Now a play fake. Lance flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From just shy of midfield, Lance taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that
now we have to
whatever was
face the
said at
Chicago
halftime,
Bears, who won a
obviously
big
at home.
game against
I think it's a little
the
bit more than
Super
that,
Bowl
though.
champion.
Obviously, there are
Tampa
words that
Bay
are said, and
Buccaneers.
hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's
We're
just
gonna
sharpening
see-
your
we're gonna see
execution,
Justin
sharpening
Fields
your
in action.
focus, and maybe doing the things
See
you
how he
practiced all
does.
week without major
Those turnovers
adjustments, just
were
doing
bad.
them
2
better.
interceptions.
And that got it done
Gave
in
them
this
10
one.
points. Take those 10 points away.
So for Indianapolis, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
After we got rid of Jimmy
Meanwhile,
G,
for the
man,
Niners,
right now I
they
say
can't
we're
quite
gonna
seem
see
to turn
playoffs.
things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the
All we're
year.
gonna
And
do is
they'll
build
try
on
and turn
Trey.
things around
And
next
make
week as they
good
have a
plays
date
and make
at
some
Soldier
bad plays.
Field with the Chicago Bears.
No TDs, 2 interceptions. Rushing wasn't great. Receiving was Kittles, Samuels, Ayuk. I think we got 2 sacks. Simmons and it wasn't Bosa. I thought it was Bosa. They had that big, huge field goal. That was nice. Okay, let's get ready. Game plan for game 2. Game plan for game 2. So
No, that was a genuine look on your face. I don't think you were.
we got to get this one against the Bears.
For 3 seconds. Freaked out. And then after that, it started sounding just more kind of, well, turn the light off then, huh? If you're a demon, turn the light off. Was it mocking you? It could be telling us to turn on. Who's opening doors in this house? That's you? Okay. Who is this? Is this anybody, or is this just we're just looking at a random event here? If you're a little ghost child and you're going to wait till Ron Burrard closes his eyes, and then
Have to do some upgrades.
standing in the corner of his room in shadow, make out your ghastly little.
I believe after this week, we're going to have a chance to choose who do we want to focus on in the draft with the new scouting and stuff. So let's see who that's going to be. Mock draft 2. Okay, let's see what they have for mock draft 2. They got Jets taking tight end. I mean, right end. Whew, they have the Lions going for a quarterback. They have 2 first. Oh yeah, did they do a trade? Oh, with the Bears, was it? So yeah, they got 2 firsts. And they're saying that the Bengals are going to go for a quarterback. They already have a quarterback. Doesn't make sense. Let's see where they have us. We should be way on the bottom. There we go, 19. They have us going for a receiver. Old Miss. I did have him looked. I'm looking at him, but he's a round 2 to round 3. I'm not going to spend a first round pick on him.
go home. Bees stab you with a machete. Bees stand for bees. Where she was lying when she got stabbed by the, I guess, assumed bees, as one would assume. But we don't have to talk about that. Certainly an odd thing to assume. Oh.
We do have money now, so we can re-sign players after getting rid of what you call it, Jimmy G.
Is this your couch? Is this your house?
What's your deal, man? What's all this then? What are you doing in here?
Man, I'm trying to work a contract with him, his injury-prone ass, and he still doesn't want to work with me. I mean, who's gave you a chance with all your injuries? The Niners. We have this corner right here that we did trade from the Eagles. I got to see how he finishes off the season. If he does good, I'll bring him back.
Can you close that door? Just to show us that you're here.
Go ahead, close that door.
I want to bring this offensive line back.
Can you do the north one?
Good, we got him. He's staying. He's coming back. Do want to bring this kicker back because, man, look at that kick power, 99. He made the 62-yarder. You know you're coming back. We're going to pay you no matter what. We're paying you.
After being attacked in the living room.
Okay, he wants money. Okay. Let's get set for our strategy. Oh, so we got a practice squad signed? Someone took our guy, just has signed our player. What the hell? So we have an open spot. Hold on.
These two walk in.
We have an open spot in the practice squad. 3 open spots, should I say. They stole players. Upgrade them.
Were arguably the most famous paranormal experts, as well as the possession of a Raggedy Ann doll thought to be haunted by unsolved alumnus.
I believe this is Keyshawn Johnson's son. That's why I signed him. He was unrestricted free agent. I guess he got cut. And I'll bring him to the practice squad.
The Warrens arrived in Rhode Island and began. Seeing Carolyn Perrin's injury, the Warrens became convinced that the demonic presence who had harmed her was none other than the former neighbor of the state, Bathsheba Sherman. Born in 1812, Sheba Sherman lived on the farm just next door to the estate with her husband, Judson. During her lifetime, Bathsheba had come under scrutiny after an infant mysteriously died in her care. The baby was examined and was determined that the death was caused by a large sewing needle piercing the base of its skull. Local townspeople suspected that Bathsheba had killed the child to sacrifice it to the devil.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my other capture card next time I stream, so this freezing problem doesn't occur. I don't know why it does it. When I use its original software, it's fine, but it doesn't work well with YouTube. I tried to use it once and it was just like garbage.
I'll go one step further with anything.
There is no evidence of a court case finding her innocent.
So that's the plan
So the public
for the next stream.
And neither was Lorraine Warren. Now sure that the demonic presence in the Arnold estate was Bathsheba Sherman.
Speed rusher, run
Warren
stopper.
posited that she could have taken the sewing needle with her to the
And
afterlife
look at you.
and used
Give
it
you on the
to
practice
stitch
squad. Okay, we signed our spots. Our 3 practice squads. Let's strategize.
Still didn't like her after that. It's like, well, maybe got stabbed.
That's great. Sucks if she didn't.
I'm not defending the short because look at he's like he's scrambling. I'm containing the quarterback. I don't believe he's gonna sit there.
The neighborhood for bees. Bathsheba Sherman died in May 1885.
Offense-wise, I am going to go, we're going to go short. They already have it set up. Yeah, because we got to throw. I have a feeling they're going to try to stop our run.
No matter how Bathsheba died, however, it was now up to the Warrens to figure out why she had come back. They decided the best way to communicate with her was to hold a seance. In 2013, the Wayne Warren...
Okay, let's throw 2 TDs.
Quote,
We're not going to blow out. Let's win the turnover battle.
it's still
Offense.
It's time for another seance.
Let's try to get 275 plus rushing. I mean, passing.
Of course, we have our
Allow 4 yards per carry.
our candles. We got the plan, but no good seance is performed without.
We'll stay with that. Okay, let's go.
that you're going to really like.
Hope we get no injuries. Oh, we did. Sherman injured, shoulder strain. I gotta check the injury report. He might not play. I mean, he's our third right now. We got Gore, but
With a seance, you do need an offering, and I thought, what better offering?
that's an injury there. Okay, let's see the.
These are honeygram crackers. So,
Okay, seems like our defensive line is getting tired. I'm gonna have to do a more softer practice next time.
Now, you'll notice that I do have a gap in my hand. So that's just in case you try and pull any,
No injuries and good. Okay, so we're gonna have to practice. Maybe do light pads for next one, because I don't want my guys to get injured.
Those are my boundaries. It says it's very important to set
Okay, this is going to be a good matchup, as it's the rookie quarterbacks. T.Lance versus Justin Fields coming up. Let's do this. This is going to be a good game. Let's go Niners. Come on, we need this win. We need this one. We're playing in Chicago, I believe. Yep.
Coming up, we've got a Week 8 showdown in the Windy City with 2 teams that drafted their quarterbacks of the future back in April. It's the 49ers and the Bears, and it's headed your way on Madden NFL 22.
It's going to be a good matchup.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Okay, we're kicking the ball off at the Windy City of Chicago.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway
and I believe the
EA
Packers
Sports.
are undefeated. That's
Here's
a big game
Jakeem
for them.
Grant from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State,
He's just
at
making
quarterback.
the picks look
And just a
bad.
few years
Like,
after the Bears
should
made a
the
big
Niners
move
have
at quarterback
took
taking
Justin
Mitchell
Fields?
Trubisky. They did it again this year, moving from number 20 to number 11 in the draft to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. This offense was just 26 in total yardage last year, so they needed some production. Justin Fields, 63 touchdown passes his last 2 years at Ohio State. They're expecting him to be their guy for the future.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Meanwhile, Fields throw complete here to Kmet. They're going to be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Why did he even try to attempt to try to pick it off? That was horrible coverage by Mosley.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Not stopping. Come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And Graham's got it. Complete.
Look at him passing like he's some expert or something. Come on, dude.
11 more on that one and another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completing pass.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
What a good drive by the Chicago Bears.
Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
We're ready to lose 7-0. If they get their whole meter squad up or their thing, the stadium.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
It's going to be really difficult.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Niners offense making their way out, and they are led by the 3rd overall pick back in this year's draft out of North Dakota State, T.Lance.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Gosh, those players really tired, and you just started the first drive. Come on.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Come on, Debo, nice one.
He's got a little daylight.
There we go,
nice one, Debo. But not before they work it across midfield. Come on, boy. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself.
Nice
and this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game.
And sometimes he throws a little too off.
Definitely one of them.
You saw that
Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
Die for it.
To throw again on second down. Lance. Got a man.
There
That's IU.
That's first.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that
First
tells
down
me that
and
they've
more.
got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Eluding the pressure right.
Come on, Devo. Oh, and he catches it.
Find his man,
First
Samuel.
down, baby.
And he gets this one inside the 15,
He had to stretch
just
out
a
for that,
yard
but he
or
got
two
it. Nice
shy
one.
of the 10.
Nice one, Devo. Nice one.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ooh.
And down he goes.
They had the quarterback
Pressure gets him
spy
back
on
at the
him.
14. And King Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Get the first down here.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive.
I know, no turnovers.
They don't just like
no
it, they
turnovers
love it,
right now.
because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves, and
did he get it? First down?
Just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That's first. First down, baby.
Oh,
yeah. T.Lance rushes for the first down.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now that's
close.
disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had
Nice
excellent
one. I was
coverage
very,
all over the
very
field,
impressed
but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1.
They're
No
gonna give us the
gain,
goal.
but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll try
Oh,
and push it.
man.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
See if I can get a pass off. If not, run Lance in.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Touchdown!
That'll be caught by
49ers. Nice one by T.Lance. Was about to get sacked right at the moment.
His
That was a
first
nice
touchdown
one.
on the year.
Looky.
And the
They came
49ers
in
are
and
within
hit
an extra
him.
point
And
of tying
Ayuk
this
was right
thing
there
up.
with the grab. And this game is tied, baby.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say,
not
but
his
he's probably
first
been
career
envisioning
touchdown
this since
pass.
he was
What's
a
wrong
little
with you?
kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Tie game
Extra point
7-7,
by
and we're
Sly
going
is
to the
up
second
and good.
quarter. This
And
is
that will
going to
tie
be
our
a
score
good
here in
game.
this opening
Chicago
quarter
and
of play.
Niners
These
as
two
both
teams
strike
all
for a
tied after
touchdown
one.
in their first drives.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter.
Just got to play smart, no turnovers. Like we should have had the Colts tonight.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as Grant
Green Bay
opts not to return it.
7-1 losing against the Cards.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. All of a sudden, you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Fields. It's caught outright by Graham.
That's cool. It's 3rd down now.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let them get their little short passes.
Fields.
Oh, yes, baby. Good D. That's what we need.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. T.Lance and the 49ers set to go back on offense here. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes, subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun,
there you go. Give me the block.
It.
Nice one.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Debo with the first down, baby.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job there. Now Lance unable to escape.
That was good coverage.
Eddie Goldman with a sack.
The two receivers I was looking at were both
but they just gave a lot of it back right there on
and
that
then
sack.
the sack came in. I could not.
Get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Lance.
Come on. There you go.
Use check. Use check.
Use check.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Kittles with the first
catch of the game for George Kittle.
Look at
He's going to
T.Lance,
go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision.
Go, give him the block.
And QBs love to make that easy throw.
Oh, what the hell?
And this is picked up by the Bears.
Come on.
taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position.
Another
no
fumble by
what,
T.Lance.
running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields, and he finds his tight end, Graham. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
But Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, that slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up, it's 7.
Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season.
Man, that was a horrible
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, that play really didn't feel them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right.
There he goes, Kittle.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in colleges delivered to the NFL.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They read my play.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23.
You got a good game going.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards.
We're about to go to half, and we're tied 7-7. Both teams are playing well.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Justin Fields going to
Second down and 8.
Friggin' running. I'm bringing a blitz right now. Let's see if that helps.
Now Fields. That's complete to Moody.
Nice throw.
He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fields on target to Moody. First down, Chicago. A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
I got faked.
Drops down, incomplete.
I got
Good
faked out
coverage
right
there.
there. I
Forced
just
the
come out
ball
with the
free,
blitz.
and it's second down.
They got me there.
You've always been very good about checking my math.
Boo-boo.
Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Fields throwing again.
Wide open.
That is caught by Cohen.
And they got one timeout left, so they have
definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take the lead
down by 3 going into half.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face
Our
it,
team came in this
touchdown.
game tired.
We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Yeah, you would screw me on that. These damn
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
On play action, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and
there's nothing open. I wasn't going to play it. Dog, we'll go down. We're getting the ball. I noticed they do have a lot of quarterback spies on us. They feel the run.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports halftime report. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. The Rams still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
That they go by the real NFL.
From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes.
What Madden was when T.O. came back.
Finally, let's get to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Kyler Murray leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year.
They always cut Terrell.
We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
I am going to go deep pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They're coming up the blitz.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh,
and he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
I want to go for it. But I do
a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 5 yards remain on second down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
There's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Flushed out right.
What the
and he'll
hell?
be brought down at the 34.
But then we got 2 yards. We'll take that.
Of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football.
I'm going to probably do another 2 games later on today.
To take off and run for it, but he comes up well
when I
short
start
of the
my
line
franchises, I get them done quick. And plus, I started the franchise so late because I waited for this damn update. You know, yeah, I'll probably be done with this franchise soon. But yeah, I think I'm going to do another 2 later today. If not, I'm going to do another 2
hands 1st and 10. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Oh, come on. That's a bull.
The Bears have recovered. They have.
T.Lance
always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Azeez Al-Shaair coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Able to throw that with ease.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route.
That way to break his
like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check.
Man, I gotta see that. It just irritates me. Sometimes the coverage on Madden can be so horrible. Okay, you go. He's throwing it. Let's see. Does he turn? Okay, right there he turns, but he like recognizes it so late.
Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Debo's been tired.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Lance now on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
There you go, Ayuk. I mean, yeah, I didn't expect that. See that from Justin Fields. I mean, I thought he was going to get sacked right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
You know, it looks like they're covering passing. They're leaving our run game open.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy
touchdown
carrying
is
the ball,
still back in this game.
He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
Yeah,
so after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Lance to throw it. Tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And his kick is good.
I like that leg, baby.
And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And they will not get the connection there.
Like
it's
ready out of the thing.
How good has he been throwing the football? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Come on, that's BS on that. On Madden, I hate this game that does that where they come back and they always touch the ball.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Powering his way forward. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17
now their
yards
offense
on
needs
as they keep the drive rolling.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Fields. Caught left side by Funchess. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Montgomery is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force him into a field goal?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Like every time T.Lance gets hit and fumbles, whatever plays on the computer side, they should get hit all day long. They don't fumble the ball.
10 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. We'll see a return here from the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. They'll roll him out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right
Hero with the
sideline.
big catch.
He's got him in.
Nice
Complete.
one, nice one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the left side.
In the block.
Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And Lance going to throw. Rolling to his left.
Give me my block. Touchdown,
and he's
baby.
going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Tie this game up and hope we can see overtime.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
Ooh, nice.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chicago offense set to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
Why didn't see why he didn't fumble the ball?
With your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place. So essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Oh, my God, that is straight up BS right there.
Big yardage there on the
Oh,
scramble.
my God, we got so screwed right there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2
What
minutes,
the
and we've got a
hell,
1-score game.
Oh, my gosh.
So the Bears with the football here
Now
as
they're
we
gonna try
welcome
to
you
run
back.
the
So
timeout.
how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Get that ball.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The greatest.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Linebacker, we did
So
get our
that
injury
drive
linebacker.
for 4 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. So Lance and the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Lance. His throw incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Lance looking to throw it. Finding Samuel. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Got his target, Samuel, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
Thank you.
As
Yeah,
they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Sucks. You know, just not a good start of the season. But we'll be better.
Well, they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Oh, he
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down to the 20
T.Lance
he'll
is
go
having a good
before
game.
heading out of
He has
bounds.
2
A
fumbles.
really nice gain of 25 yards.
sucks.
Working the sideline there. Good
The
route,
defense
good
played
catch.
solid.
1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to
the
let the play
fumbles
call because you
hurt.
have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline
Come on,
exclusively.
touchdown.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now.
T.Lance.
Things just got a little bit more
George
interesting
Kittle.
here in the final
There
minute.
we go. We ain't giving up. Even though we know it's over.
Showed some of his
it
improv
is
skills
another
there, getting
L.
flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the
But
score.
T.Lance came
So
off
that
strong.
means he's not a method actor?
This is his
No,
best game
Because
out
with the
of his
improv means break character when you need
beginning
to.
career.
And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But
2 passing
And now
TDs.
remember, all touchdowns
and
are
one
reviewed,
rushing
and in a
TD.
tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
He scored all the touchdowns.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet
That's a
were in bounds,
touchdown,
and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
and not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, there's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Yeah, now they're just going to down it.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout.
We played good
as
on
they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
You got to work on that when he's going to hold on to the ball. He's got hit twice.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bears, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.
That's an A+ for him. And then rushing, he got 56 yards. But look at T.Lance, 71 yards rushing. 1 TD. Like, Lance was the offense a lot. We got big plays by our big key players. Kittle, Samuels. Kittle's got the touchdown, almost 100 yards. Brandon Ayuk got a TD. You know, we got some plays. Just fumbles was the only thing that hurt us. How many sacks? We got only 1 sack on. I thought we got 2 sacks on it. Somehow we just cannot get interceptions. We need interceptions. But anyways, I'm going to say peace out. Sorry that we lost both games. I wish we won them. But anyways, I'll see you guys probably later today. I'll probably do another 2 games. If not, it'll be definitely another 2 game tomorrow for sure. So have faith. Let's go Niners. Peace out.